Don't worry, I'm gonna make it look nice. I just wanted to put the cards down first. You're dealing with some old issues though, Libra. This whole situation is centered around old issues. I think this relationship is bringing back some old pain, some old stuff that you thought was in the past, but really it really isn't in the past. The reason being is because of the Knight of Wands. Okay, it could be that you guys are not having a lot more fun, or maybe this is about having fun, about passion altogether, right? About excitement. Because the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, always and will forever do what he wants to do. He always goes with what his heart is saying to him. He's very led by his emotions. It's always emotion based for him. If he's in it, he's in it. If he's not in it, then he's out, right? Very plain and simple. But I feel like there's some things here regarding how you feel about that. Like there may be some old issues regarding that, maybe not going for what you've been truly wanting to do, or maybe it's just something in regards to having more fun in your relationship or potentially losing passion. Okay. Now, the reason why I went even there with the losing the passion portion of it is because you see what we got here with that Eight of Cups in the past. Yes, there could have been a lost passion. That's not your fault though, right? It's like very it's a very I'm done kind of card. Not necessarily like done with the relationship, but more so like there's nothing really to be upset about. It's just, it is what it is. Hold my cords here. Now, the focus of your relationship, your current state of being, is the Two of Wands. Y'all trying to figure out where you guys want to go. This is not a difficult relationship, difficult situation here, right? I don't see any threatening of breakup at all. But I do see like there is a stuck at a crossroads. You can't keep moving forward from here, right? You're at the end of the road. You have to make a decision on where you want to take it. Now, this should be very exciting, right? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it can be to a certain extent. But where you guys are wanting to go is the past, right? It's almost like you guys want to remember what it was like to even feel somewhat excited, to have those emotions that really kind of rev you up, get you excited. This is a new love here, really, for these two, right? They're children, but this is a little boy giving the little girl a cup, right? And then, it's sweet, it's nice, it's innocent, it's not serious. And it's honestly, it's something that can really revitalize a lot of all these old pains that we've got here, right? To remind us that, hey, despite what we've been through, despite what we've gone through, it's not, it's not the only time we're going to ever have this. Okay. But the thing that's keeping you from the Six of Cups is death. Now, usually death comes up to tell us it's time to release something of the past, release something that's no longer working for us, release some old disappointments. And I feel like right now, death is saying that there may be something that needs to be released, right? The Six of Cups situation is something that's wonderful to go back to. Absolutely 100%. But there's some old pains attached to that as well. There's some old issues here with this situation. The past is heavily influenced in this reading this time around, Libra. And it's looking like there's something here that may hurt too about those happy memories. It could, like I said, it could have a lot to do with passion. It could have a lot to do with somebody that was unreliable. Someone that was very, was thinking of themselves. Like the Knight of Wands thinks of himself at all times. He's very much in the moment. So it could have been in that situation, right? Where you were, thinking of this, the good times happened with somebody that may have broken your heart, who wasn't very reliable, who wasn't very, who wasn't loyal in a sense, you know what I mean? So there has to be some releasing of old disappointments here. Why is the Death card even blocking the way? Why is it the obstacle? Because of the Eight of Cups. Like I was saying before, there is not pain here. There's no pain with this cup, right? There's nobody's upset, nobody's angry. It's just that there is nothing emotionally going on. There's nothing that's even remotely exciting here. The only thing that you've got emotionally is being driven to find what your heart's desire is. But other than that, there's nothing these cups are offering you. Nothing exciting, nothing, right? The only thing you can be here is show gratitude, right? Because the cups are here to show you what you may not want. And that may help you pinpoint exactly what your missing cup is trying to give you, right? What it is that's truly what it is that you want, right? Excuse me. But I feel like you guys also want to reconnect with somebody like it once was, or like reconnect in the soulmate connection, right? You guys want to, reconnect with someone from the past even, but there's old issues surrounding that. But I feel like there may be some releasing of some old stuff, right? That releasing of that old stuff can get you closer to that, right? But at the same time, you have to look at the pain first. You have to look at what's hurting first, and let it go. And it's because I think somebody was emotionally done with the situation. That's probably why the situation is coming up. I don't think someone could have walked away, right? Somebody just said, never mind. Or somebody could have just was, it was just nothing there. It was just unrequited love, just like how the romance angel says, like there's not enough chemistry or romance to continue in the relationship. That could have been exactly what happened. Nobody was upset, but everybody just kind of separated because nothing was happening. Nothing really of joy came out of that relationship. Now, Libra, your best path to follow is temperance. It's talking about harmony and balance. And right now, the focus should truly be on what is balancing your life out right now. What's keeping you steady? What's keeping you, you, right? And that also means making sure that you have fun. That's also one of your responsibilities, right? To make sure that you are having a good time, that you're taking care of yourself, take care of your business, doing your 50. As I always say, make sure you do your 50, right? So that other person has no excuse other than to do their 50. Okay. So I do feel like this is talking about that, guys, right now. And I'm not saying that y'all dabbling in someone else's business, being codependent. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, it's like this may actually be a period in where there is a need to kind of look at these old issues and heal yourself, right? Love on yourself, looking at a period in time where you may have felt like there was nothing going on. This was a connection that you were very much in love with, but it died out. Like it just kind of, the emotions out of it was drained. Like it was just nothing there, nothing left. And I feel like part of this emotional drain has a lot to do with you just feeling like, with you not feeling very excited about the connection anymore. Nothing was really, interesting. And it was, you went and found other ways of doing so, right? Or, someone else may have done that, right? But I feel like you have fire within you, right? Your third house is Sagittarius. Okay? So that means that you guys can communicate and have such a wonderful time. It's amazing how amazing you guys can have such a great time. Your seventh house is Aries. You have to focus on yourself. Make sure you're having a good time. All right? Because that's what's going to bring fun and passion and everything back to the relationship. And things won't be so dry. Right now, it's focusing on the self and balancing your life out. And definitely, probably serious, TLC right now. Because you guys are not sleeping very well. You're not sleeping very well. You guys honestly may be very stressed out and may have a lot of doubts right now. Could be very anxious. This is not a very pleasant card to see, y'all. All right. And I'm not blaming you guys. I can understand, right? This is not, you're going through some energy where, you're looking at old issues. It's bringing up the past, bringing up good memories too, but it also hurts to remember those things. So that's why it's very important to give yourself that love and that TLC and that, really focus on yourself, because right now you need all the undivided attention that you can get from yourself. And the stress is about the future. It's about where this goes. If there is something that can be led from this, can you even see happiness again? Is happiness even a possibility? And that's where the potential stress is coming from, right? Yes. History always repeats itself. You always have fun. The Knight of Wands doesn't have fun anymore. He hits the road. He goes and finds another adventure. He goes out and finds more fun. And I feel like you guys can do that too. You don't ever have to feel like you're trapped or stuck in a situation where it's not fun. Where you always I don't know. To me, when I see the 8 of Cups, Death, and the 6 of Cups, I feel like you may find that you're constantly hitting, roadblocks within all your relationships. Like you always get to that peak and it dies out. The excitement dies out. Or perhaps there's just something here that's just not satisfying enough, right? There's nothing, it's not up to par. It's not exactly what you were looking for. And I do see that this potentially can lead you to the 7 of Pentacles, because, this is saying you don't know if this is exactly a relationship that can continue to be put, hard work into if you're not seeing the results that you're looking for. You haven't been for a while. But I feel like as well, you've come such a long way with this relationship. You've learned so much about yourself as well as the person in this relationship. I don't think this is talking about breakup, obviously, right? No, I don't think this is a breakup at all. I do feel like, though, there is a period in time where you are reevaluating exactly how much you are putting into this relationship. How much you exactly are, you know, how much you're putting into the relationship, how much you're getting from this relationship, all of that. But right now, the focus needs to be on what you want and what your fun is. Because the card here is Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, right? It represents, right? It represents. It doesn't mean it is. Doesn't mean you're all dealing with Sag. Even though you got 2 Sag cards that are coming up in here, that doesn't mean you deal with a Sag. It could just mean that you have to find your inner Sagittarius. Find that, go with the flow. Do what you feel you want to do, right? Explore, learn, balance yourself. But have fun. Make sure you put that fun in your life all on your own, right? And it can be it can kind of suck, right? To kind of do a lot of this stuff solo. But I promise you, I feel like when you understand or when you figure out what it is that that can really make you happy, only you, right? No relationship, no situation at all can take that fun or that passion away from you. Okay? And you won't have to feel so stressed out. All right, Libra, let's see what's happening in your love life now with the Whispers of Love. Blessed. You have 22 here, so that's interesting. Like, whoa. I believe 11 is a twin flame number. So 22 is another synchronicity. Not quite sure what it is, but I would highly suggest you look it up if you guys have been seeing this a lot. Okay, or like if you guys have been thinking about something, this could be a confirmation about something as well. But blessed, it's talking about looking at what you've got and, you know, just seeing, recognizing the gifts and the blessings that you've got around you. Right now may not be like the best in the world, right? But it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that it's horrible either, right? It doesn't mean that it's absolutely terrible. I think it does drag a lot of the time. But you can still make something happen. You can still make something out of this relationship. Just because there's nothing here, this may not be a lot of emotional spice, doesn't mean you can't implement that, Libra. You're ruled by the planet Venus, okay? She's the goddess of pleasure, okay? Okay, so that's party animal. And then, like I said, 3rd house is Sag. You guys are good. You guys can make it happen. It's going to require you to return to yourself, though, and balance you out. Figure out what your needs are. And if you can figure out what your needs are, you'll be able to implement them in your relationship. What do you need, Libra, to keep yourself balanced? Think about that for a little bit, okay? Now, what is going on with your Whispers of Love today? What's going on with your Whispers of Love? Wow, the Union of Hearts. This is a connection of love that defies explanation. You love this individual. That's definitely true. I can see that. That's why I'm like saying that there's no breakup here. I think there's just a need to focus on oneself, though. But also blessed and the Union of Hearts, that talks about a very, I feel like that talks about looking at your connection and seeing not what you don't have, but what you can have together. But that's going to take, like I said, it's going to require you to readdress these old issues. There may be some things that are still in your heart that still hurt, that still bug you, that still bother you, even though it's like very close to the happy memories, right? That's why Death is here. It's time to release those things. And Temperance is telling you that you need to balance yourself as you do this. You have to give yourself love and compassion and things like that as you release these old issues. It's going to be a little difficult at first, but I feel like you'll be able to make up your mind and figure out what it is that you want to do regarding this relationship, how you want to take it to the next level, how you want to progress forward, rather than if this is something you're willing to put your heart and soul into, if this is something that you're going to continue to put your effort towards. Because right now, you are blessed with a beautiful relationship, and I feel like you feel that, you know that, but the stress here is like, it's hard to remember something good when it just kind of flatlines.